that a little bit more, but that's a game they felt like they really should have won.
It kicks off. The receiving player, number 80, takes it around the 4-yard line. And nice job by him. Number 80, Jared Forner, of course, the 5'10 junior, doing a great job. And that's where Camas will start.
And Steve, you saw these guys last year, right? I mean, you were part of the coaching staff last year. Now he's retired to the golf course, and we got him up in the booth. Just like all coaches in the NFL.
Playing golf.
There's a good story of that. We'll get into that maybe later about his golf. So, quarterback, Jake Davidson, the junior. He hands it off on the right side, number 14. And a nice gain on first down, and that's number 14, Bo Harlan, the 6-foot junior.
Yeah, that's kind of bread and butter for Camas, that what we've seen. We good?
Yep.
Just a lot of zone, a lot of spread type team, a little H-back working in there too, but they like to run that inside zone.
So,
got to stop.
Camas here, 2nd and 6 for the Papermakers as they set ready. Sun in their eyes. We'll see if that's a factor at all. Going to be back to pass. He's going long. He's going deep, overthrows, going for Trenton Swanson, one of his favorite targets. Swanson with a decent game last week.
And that ball was just a little bit late. Actually, he was open. He was open going across the middle, just slightly late. It might have been the sun in his eyes.
And that's something that Camas likes to do. They will stretch the field in the passing game.
Brings up 3rd and 6, 11:41. Glad you're with us. Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle, Steve Hannon, and Ron the Wedge Henthorn. We got a big crew, and it's got more football knowledge in the booth now than ever. 3rd and 6, and it's completed for a first down to big number 43, Nico Spear, the 6'3 junior, and that's a Camas first down.
Yep, they're going to go no huddle here. They're going to keep the pressure on the defense. Simple stick type concept with that inside receiver. Just turn around and throw him the ball.
Were they doing a lot of that last year too?
Yes.
Shotgun, and this time he hands it off again to 14, Harlan.
And we'll talk a little more about that game they had with you. They lost to Yelm 8-7. Keep in mind, Yelm's the returning state champion from last year, so that game could have gone either way, but we'll get into more details on that.
Great gain on first down, leaves him at 2nd and 3. Davidson then shotgun. Fakes it to Harlan. Now he gets it over to 11. That's Forner. Anthony Forner. He's on the loose. Sideline. Finally take it out around the 24-yard line. Bonchi there along with number 8, Brad Perman. We called his name a lot last week in the win over Snohomish.
And that's another concept Camas loves is the fast screens. And we just saw one right there. They just throw it out there to the flat and hope to make a play with their legs, and they did. We just didn't. Glacier Peak didn't contain.
It looked like they could have had him for a much shorter game, but he kind of did a juke him move.
1st and 10. They flick again to Forner. This is Anthony Forner. He makes one guy miss. Crosses inside the 20, and they are now in the red zone again on first down. They are getting a lot of push.
to Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
All right, back here, everybody wave. STSBN booth high above Veterans Memorial Stadium. Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle, Coach Hollywood Hannon on the left there. We got to get you a polo shirt, really, seriously.
And a new nickname, maybe.
No.
He wants Hurricane.
Well, Ronnie's got the wedge, but he's Hollywood Hannon. I think that's already cemented in stone, if I'm not mistaken, is it?
It's pretty much cemented.
So you were down as we looked at kickoff, 7-0. Camas comes up north, and they punch him in the mouth with a great seven-play drive.
One of the things I got from their coach, Hathaway, their whole coaching staff and the team feels like they really could have easily won last week. Just a bunch of things didn't go their way, and the blocked field goal, they kicked a field goal at one point in the game and then took the points off the board and got a first down at the 2-yard line. And go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, Cuellar, who had a heck of a debut for Glacier Peak, he gets it under, behind the 10. He gets a nice little run back there, and that's where Glacier Peak will start. But, yeah, Jack Hathaway in his second year as head coach.
But, very, very well coached. They could have easily beat Yelm. And, again, they're returning 3A state champions. Probably the best team in the state last year.
A lot of people say absolutely they were the top. So GP, we'll see what they can do here. Lucas Entler, the junior quarterback, fakes it off to hands it on to Bonchi. Bonchi on the right side, and not much there, and taken down by Camas.
Bonchi's going to have a little bit tougher time, I think, this week with Camas and their line than they did last week with Snohomish.
Number 40, I'm looking on my roster. I don't have another 40 on the tackle, so apologies to everybody related to number 40 in white. We'll see if at halftime we can't get his number.
GP not huddling either.
So they gave him 3, so it's 2nd and 7. Hand again to Bonchi. This time they'll try the left side, and not much there again. Taken down by, again, our mystery man, number 40. See if Ron Henthorn can find out who 40 is. Ron, how are you? We'll check in with you real quick as the Glacier Peak setting up here for third down.
Hey, welcome back, Scott. Glad you made it down here, and glad that Hollywood Hannah made it as well. I'll see if I can find out 40 when I get a chance for you, but he's on the other side of the field right now, and so this looks like an interesting Friday Night Lights ball game, and a lot of excitement going on down here, both in the fans and on the field. Back to you, Scott.
Thank you, Ronnie. Entler. Bonchi to his left. He'll hand it to the left, 3rd and 7.
Oh, he might
finds a seam, and he gets a Glacier Peak first down. Nice hole from the line on the right side, taken down by Cole Parker.
And Stevie kind of did a little bit of a hesitation back there and kind of found a hole there at the last second.
And what a call with Coach Kett going back to the run after 2 stops and getting that first down.
Yeah, was it 3rd and 7?
It was.
Yeah.
What did he see there that made you think call that? Steve's shaking his head. He has no idea. You're a defensive coordinator. Come on.
But you're asking him to call an offensive.
Well, he saw something in the defense. 1st and 10 at their own 30. Bonchi gets the carry again. Left side strung out well by the Papermakers. He's taken down there again. Number 4, Cole Parker, there on the tackle, along with 43, Nico Spear.
So it's the Bonchi show right now. Every play's gone to him, I think.
Bonchi had 89 yards, 2 touchdowns last week in the win over Snohomish.
Yeah, and these runs have been outside C gap or D gap. So on film, it looks like they thought that maybe Chris Bonchi could get outside. But that 3-4 defense has got them packed in pretty good. They have that extra defender sitting out there, so it's going to make it hard.
Trips way down to the right on the near side, as this time Entler, he'll travel left. He'll throw it, and it's a catch. Dylan Healy, the 6'2 senior, and that's a good throw on a rolling quarterback.
They gave him a favorable spot there, too. It looked like he was kind of right at the line to gain, and they gave him 11.
Yep, and that, again, that's a little rollout flood type pattern. It's like the coaching staff changed up that inside route. Instead of running a flood route, he just turned around in a stop route, and he's wide open, and give Antler credit. He delivered the ball, and it was right there on the money.
1st and 10 now from their own 41. Parker on that tackle as well.
We got new guy in the backfield.
Oh, yeah, he was great last week. That's Francis Crocker.
Yes, he was the north and south runner.
And they hand it to Crocker. This time, not too much north, more south than he would like. And he's taken down by the big fellas up front in white. 49, Aiden Jones, 6'3", 235.
And last week, Crocker was all north and south. He was not messing around with the east and west.
It's hard to go north when the big guys in front of you are going south.
It's a very good point.
Yeah, do we have the clip? We got to go to the archives. Look up one of the greatest Hannon's Huddle interviews of all time. I mean, they call me Captain Obvious. I don't know what they call him, but we are nonetheless 2nd and 11 here. Great defense there for Camas. And Crocker can't find a hole because it is taken up. Camas right there again, and that's another loss. And this time, big 78. Carson Osmus committed to the Cougs. Tim, just for you, 6'6", 290.
For the right now, still in the Pac-12.
Well, yes. They need to find a conference, and they need to do it stat.
Don't even get me started. There he is. Right
there he is. 6'6", 290. Well, how many Fridge, Costco cards, Sam Club? What do you need for that guy?
He needs them all.
Dude, and he's playing defensive end. I mean, he's setting the edge for that defense. Yowza.
Big time recruit. 3rd and 12, 4:35 left in the first quarter, down 7-0. Glacier Peak needs to convert. They'll get Bonchi involved one more time. See if he can create it on the near side. Cuts the corner. Gets into Papermaker territory down to the 37, but it might be coming all back.
Excited. Definitely a hold in the backfield there.
You see Crispin Bonchi, our SDSPN player of the game, our Adrenaline player of the game last week. Good spin move.
This is something that has plagued Glacier Peak for the last few years. The holding penalty just rears its head in these most inopportune times.
And that's the key. It's the timing sometimes of these penalties.
Yeah.
Just murder you.
And there you see our white hat tonight. Again, late to the venue here. So late I couldn't even get the official's name, so apologize to them. 4:22 left. And I know a lot of people tuned in at 6:45 Pacific Standard Time to get our award-winning pregame show. Tim.
Well, a lot of people are wishing they weren't sitting on Highway 9 and would have just tuned in instead.
Could I have called in?
That might have worked. Zoom
3rd
in.
and 22 puts him way back. Fakes to Bonchi. Now he goes. He's under duress and he goes down. Etler is sacked by number 8 Kona Figueroa, 6-foot senior.
Yeah.
And Steve, the battle of the trenches appears to be going in Camas's favor right now.
And we saw that a little bit last week as well with the Snohomish.
Absolutely. The Snohomish had a really good line.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 4th and 29.
Yeah, that was a 35-yard penalty by the end of it.
Yeah, absolutely. At least.
Took away the gain, and he lost the 10.
So back to punt. He gets it off, just gets it off. Is number 30, Landon Nguyen. And
short punt.
Very short punt. Let's see, where do they mark it?
About the 42.
42-yard line.
Glacier Peak's 42.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll stay good field position for Camas.
So now the offensive playbook is wide open to anything that they want to do to them.
So more story time with Tim Boyle from Jack Hathaway and all the coaches down there. This is the perfect time, Tim.
Well, basically, I kind of told you about Camas, their game last week. But talking to Coach Shane Keck, he feels like he's got a really good chance tonight. He was happy with the way they've been playing, and But so, yeah, we'll see.
This time Davidson hands it off to Titan Brody. Titan Brody had a lot of work last week in the loss to Yelm. He had 15 carries for 45 yards, a 5'10", 185 junior. And it leaves him 2nd and 7. Yeah, that one stung, it sounds like.
The other thing he says, I don't take anything for granted. They thought they came up here to play North Creek in the playoffs, and then North Creek ends up beating them, and they thought they had that game, and you just never know.
And that is on their schedule later in the year as time is called here for whistles as Davidson will hand it off. Yeah, North Creek on their schedule later this year, I believe.
Yeah. Because I think they're doing a home and away with them, or on whose schedule?
On Camas' schedule. I saw it on their schedule.
Yeah,
and they got a tough non-schedule. It's the Abes and the Papermakers. I stole your line, Tim. Next week, Lincoln.
Hey, Scott, check your roster. Number 24, Alex Holly, is now playing under the 40 uniform number.
Okay, thank you, Ronnie. Love it. 2nd and 12 from the GP 40. Davidson back. Plenty of time. Goes and a nice throw and catch. Easy there for a Camas first down. He gets it, connects to Trenton Swanson.
Steve, that's a lot of cushion there. They're giving him about 12 yards of cushion there. Is that normal?
Camas loves to go vertical. They love to throw the ball down the field. I'm sure the Glacier Peak staff saw that as well. So when you do that often, those breakaway sail routes, those 10-yard out routes, they're tough to cover.
1st and 10. Fakes the handoff. Back over to Swanson. Far side. This time he's taken down quickly. Perman there.
I think that falls into if it worked once, it's going to work again.
And then again, that's going back to the fast screen. That wasn't even 10 yards down the field. That's just flip it out into the flat and see if there's a defender there.
Isaiah Olson also there for the Grizzlies. 2nd down.
Mm-hmm.
Say 2nd and 7.
Corners are up a little bit now. It's like they're going to at least pretend like they're going to pass.
Brody at his side, fakes it to Brody. Back to pass. Over the middle. Ooh. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of Anthony Forner.
Should
bring up 3rd down.
Should have been a 1st down.
Is that a Tony like last night? The Chiefs, Mahomes couldn't buy a catch.
Ended up a pick 6 on that.
Yeah.
And that ball was on the money. Mahomes is my quarterback and my fastest. He put him right on the money, and that kid tipped it right. Oh, it's awful.
It's a shame that goes against Mahomes. Yeah. It really is. Yeah.
3rd and 7 on the GP 29. GP needs a big stop. Davidson, a little screen over to Brody. Brody down to the 5 or the 10. They'll mark him down at the 11 and a Camas first down.
Wow, I thought there was more than one offensive lineman too far downfield when that ball was thrown.
Oh, interesting.
It looked to me like that.
Where's the challenge flag?
Yeah, I thought you had one of those.
I do. I got to find it.
Davidson back. Brody there. He hands it to Brody. Brody up the front inside the 5 down to the 2. And the Papermakers making it look easy here. And up 7-0 and knocking on the door.
That's north and south right there.
Yes, sir.
That kid's a hard runner. He was a concern for us last year as well. And when Camas wants to run up the pipe right there, they will pull a backside guard and trap you. And so you've got to be able to play the trap and the inside zone. They do a really good job on offense, Camas does.
Still a chance, just 2nd and 2. Still a chance to get another first down.
There's a flag there.
It's got to be on the offense, right?
I would think so.
Ronnie, you see what the infraction is down there?
Illegal substitution.
On
Glacier Peak.
Oh, GP.
Now it's going to be half the distance to the goal here.
It looks like Owen. Is that Owen coming off the field? Is he number 6?
Yep.
Number 6, Owen Gluth. So here we go. 2nd and inches. Davidson back to path. Goes over. In and out of the hands of Swanson.
Just a little bit too much juice on that ball, I think.
He did put a little bit behind it. He did put it on the money, but the receiver had to look through blue shirts to get to the ball. That's a tough catch.
Isaiah Olson on the coverage, the sophomore for Glacier Peak.
3rd and 1 now.
Power.
3rd and 1. They hand it off and in for another Camas Papermaker touchdown. This time number 14, Bo Harlan, for his 2nd tonight.
Glacier Peak's got their hands full tonight, obviously.
Look at their defensive line.
Kind of the heavy package.
Yeah, they came in with exactly. Yep. And our defensive linemen went straight backwards and.
Yeah, again, that battle of the trenches right now is
beating us up
definitely being won by Camas.
6 plays, 43 yards on a 2-yard Harlan running touchdown, his second of the evening. And here is Keegan White for the extra try. It is up and it is good. And just like that, with 1:02 left to go in the first quarter, it's the Papermakers 14, the Grizzlies nothing. We'll be back right after this. You're watching STSBN on the Les Schwab Tire Friday night. Call for me. Back here Friday night, boy, they drove up north. They eluded a lot of traffic. And Coach Hannon, what is going on? What's Glacier Peak got to do to turn this bus around? 14-0.
They're eluding the Glacier Peak defense as well.
Yeah, yes, they are.
So, I mean, they've come prepared, and it makes it tough to make adjustments. It really, it's in my opinion, I'm the defensive coordinator down there. It's got little to do with my schematics. Someone's got to get into the players and say, you guys want to play, you guys got to come out and play. You can't go backwards on defense and be successful.
Cuellar there to receive along with Bonchi, number 1 in blue, and it looks like this time it's going to go to Cuellar again. He'll take it from around the 12-yard line. Cuellar, big ocean in the middle. Cuellar to the 50. One guy to beat. Keegan, 20. Isaiah Cuellar, touchdown, Glacier Peak.
Wow.
Gigantic.
You don't see that very often from GT running one back.
89 yards.
Oh, boy. Is that the shot in the arm they need, Coach Hannon?
You know what? And remember last week when they played Snohomish, they had the pick, the defensive lineman pick that changed the momentum of that game?
Connor Annie.
You might look back at this play and say, this is what gave them the spark that they needed. Let's see how the defense comes out and responds.
Yeah. Let's take a look at it.
The defense kind of wanted to rest here, right?
Yeah,
Now they're coming back on the field, but
maybe they'll have a little bit of juice, though.
The transfer from Mariner High School had a big debut last week, and this one couldn't be any bigger, and he keeps GP in the game. Unbelievable.
Gigantic play.
Fumbled that ball.
Yeah, the snap a little dicey, and the kick is up, and it is good. This time, Jared, Kuchichinski up there, and the Glacier Peak Grizzlies pull it within 7. What an electric play.
You got 21 points already in the first quarter. We only had 7 at halftime in the last game between both teams.
Unbelievable, and you're right, one play can spark it like nothing else. And Cuellar last week, 57 yards and a TD, and put him down for one more.
Very close to getting player of the game last.
He was.
I think you got some angry calls about that too.
Oh my goodness.
I just blame it on somebody else. So.
Me usually.
Yeah.
This defensive series for Glacier Peak, this is a big moment in this game. You get a 3-and-out right now, and that momentum and you get a good field position on offense. This whole complexion of this game just changed.
Absolutely.
Big 6'4" junior Aiden Larson going to do the kickoff duties for Glacier Peak.
He's a big-looking kid from here.
He is. I think I asked Keck if the basketball coach, Brian Hunter, knows about him.
He looks like a tight end from here.
I think he is playing. I could be very wrong about that, so I'm sure we'll get comments. Here's the kickoff. Taken at the 9-yard line. Driving up to around the 30 is number 80 again, Jared Forner, the junior, and a good run back for Camas. And that's where they will start this series. What a turn of events, how it turns quickly.
Well, like Steve pointed out, GP really needs to hold him here because so far they haven't really shown shown us much that they're going to be able to hold him. So we'll see.
So here we go. Good test here for the big kids up front for Glacier Peak. They start with 3. Here's Davidson. Jake Davidson, the quarterback, but there's a whistle.
We only have 10 guys out there, I think.
And
that might be why there's a timeout on the field.
I think we're missing an outside linebacker.
Quick timeout on the field. We'll take a chance to pay some bills so you get this free streaming. We'll be back right after this.
Yeah, they're running a 3-3 instead of a 4-3.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Full practice, switch doctor, request immediate hot extra, take it on.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boats.
I got a brotherhood.
1st and 10 from the 029. Davidson fakes it back, goes over to Swanson. It's caught, or check that, not Swanson, number 43, Nico Spear.
Yeah, Camas has found something on the tight side flat. They think they have an advantage there, a number advantage, and they're putting a tight end on the opposite side, which rolls a 3-4 defense toward that tight end. And so there's a little schematic issue there that Coach Bean's going to have to figure out.
There is a flag on the play.
It's coming back, it looks like.
But you're right. They're running everything to that right side over there.
The short side of the field.
Yeah. And they're putting that, and Camas likes to run a tight end, and we don't see a lot of tight ends anymore. And when they run that tight end, it forces Glacier Peak's 3-4 defense to slide over to that strong side and bring the outside backer up.
Now, if we see a fullback, I'm going to lose it.
Fullback and a tight end.
There you go. I don't know. 1st and 9. I don't know if there was a flag or what have you, but 1st and 9, and they fake the handoff. Here's Davidson rolling right. And this time he gets Swanson right at the boundary. A great catch. And a Camas first down, moving the sticks.
Again, everything to that right side of the field, though.
And it's a 10-yard out, and there's no outside linebacker in that flat because he's on the line of scrimmage because there's a tight end. And it's just Camas has done a good job of scheming up what they want to attack here early on.
And you have to make sure Brody doesn't get it. Yeah. So that freezes some people. That's a good fake.
No question. You've got to stop the run.
Look at me with the schemery.
You're the X's and O's guy, Scott.
You've really grown into this role.
1st and 10. And here, speaking of it, here is Titan Brody weaving his way through traffic. Another Papermaker first down all the way into Grizzly territory at the 42.
And back to Steve's point, not only are they throwing everything to the right side of the field, they're running on that right side too. So they see something there that they like.
Correct.
What do you do to fix that, Steve?
Yeah, you just don't slide to the tight end anymore. You leave your outside linebacker open. Even though it's the tight side, there's not a lot of room. If they're going to continue to attack it, then they did again.
Swanson with a screen over there. He gets plenty of yards, still going, but run out of bounds. And Loom makes that tackle, and he made the tackle before, number 18 in blue, having a heck of a night.
And not only did they run it again, but they got, 15 yards on them.
This is almost a timeout situation for the defense.
I agree.
That's it.
And
come on over.
This would be a good timeout. Right?
Well, instead of the timeout, it's the quarter.
Same thing.
We're through one. Let's hit second. This is Friday Night Lights on STSBN, presented by Les Schwab Tire.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Without a tight end, you have an outside backer. The second they bring a tight end out, this guy's got to come up, and it rotates these guys over, and now there's an opening here in that flat that they're attacking. Sorry. And so what you got to tell the kids is we're not rotating to the tight end anymore. We're going to play base. Stay in base and leave that player there until you take that away.
Welcome to football school, everybody.
I thought we were off.
Coach Hollywood Hannon here.
We got to get Hannon down on the field.
We need a prompter. We need a telestrator, Todd. Why don't you call Amazon, get one over here. Pass is complete right to Swanson one more time. This time he is group tackled there by the big kids for Glacier Peak, and they help him out.
He actually got bounced back a couple of yards. They're going to give him they give him a little bit of forward progress.
So Davidson, the offense, being able to do whatever they want now. 2nd and 5 on the GP 24. Empty set, trouble with the snap. He has to fall on it. Big break for GP. As Owen Gluth makes sure he stays down as you look at Davidson and the faulty snap.
And he's going to lose about 8 yards on that. It went from 2nd and 5. It's going to be 3rd and 13.
And Camas is going to have 2 plays to get this first down.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely in 4-down territory for sure. Unless GP hits them for a loss here. Then it might make them think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Glacier Peak, Caleb Owens, 59 on the side. Go ahead, Steve.
No running back in the backfield. This is an empty formation. Yeah. Quarterback draw or it's a pass.
Trips right.
Davidson looks left, now goes right, goes screen. Plenty of room. There he is. Broken up at the last second.
Wow.
But that's Anthony Forner. And what a spurt he had.
That's a little saving grace is the touchdown saving tackle there. That's about the only thing good on that play.
Yeah.
And that's Cuellar again making the saving tackle.
Cuellar's really stepping up.
Sometimes you get caught in a blitz, and in that 3-4 defense, you like to bring pressure, but sometimes a screen is going to get you.
They had trips right, though. You kind of could have maybe predicted they're running something that way.
There's timeout, Glacier Peak. They want to talk about this one. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back and see if Camas can put another touchdown on the board.
There, Camas.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I am the beast.
Back here. 1st and 10 for Camas. Brody in the backfield. He gets it on the left side. Has some room. Makes a move. And in. Touchdown, Camas. From 12 yards out.
Well, Camas came to play tonight, obviously.
Guys, I'm looking at these guys.
And again, it wasn't to the short side of the field that time, but it was away from the tight end, which is where Glacier Peak is rotating toward that tight end, and they're losing that outside contained player.
7 plays, 71 yards. And Brody finishes off with a 12-yard scant as Keegan on for the extra point. It is up. And it is good. So with 10:19 left here at Veterans Memorial Stadium on the campus of Snohomish High School, it is the Papermakers 21 and Glacier Peak 7.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. it is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
Keegan White setting the ball, ready to kick off, and we were just talking the break. Tim, it looks like Camas, they can do whatever they want.
They can
on
right
offense.
now. They can tell GP what they're going to run and run it. What GP really needs right here is some sustained drives on offense. They need to give the defense a break a little bit. They need to get some first downs, several of them.
I mean, Hannon, your former defensive coordinator right now, my prescription is do some Lions, what they did last night, and keep the Camas off the field.
That's going to be a flag right there. That's going to give them some good field position.
Yeah, kicked out of bounds, Cuellar over there. But, you want to keep Camas off the field.
Yeah, and I don't know how many guys Glacier Peak has going both ways this year. Last year we were fortunate we didn't have very many. So I could get the defense over there and I could talk to the kids a little bit. What are you seeing? What's going on? Why are we not hitting these gaps? You know, coach, this is happening. Oh, okay, great. Then we can make this adjustment with the inside back or something like that. But I don't know how many Glacier Peak defensive linemen are playing on the offensive line.
That's a good point.
So how much can you talk to them?
Let's go down to Ron, the Wedge Henthorn. It looks like he's been in the room right there.
Yeah, I'm in the room down here. Steve, you're right on the money there. They're going a couple guys going both ways, including Christian Bonchi, who's playing on the outside corner defense as well as his offense. And he's getting double teamed out there on that right side, which is why they're running that right side all the way around. So they've replaced him a couple of times, but he comes back in still.
Yeah.
They're going to make him re-kick it. They're going to take they're going to take the yards and make him re-kick it. Oh, actually they're calling an illegal.
That's the call.
Yeah. Oh, but when they kick it out of bounds.
Yeah. So they're going to back him up.
They're going to back him up and make him re-kick it. So I think they actually kicked that out of bounds on purpose because they didn't want to give it to Cuellar again.
I love this. I love backing him up, make him do it again.
That's a good. Normally don't see this. It's rare to make them re-kick it. Normally they'll take the yards.
35-yard line's a good start.
Yeah.
But when that team has run all the way down there full speed, now they have to do it again, and you got burners down there. I make them kick it again.
Yeah, it's a good. I like it.
Keegan,
get it back in the hands of Cuellar or Bonchi.
They elected the re-kick for sure.
Yeah, I like it. I like the call.
Keegan White there, ready to go. He's going to draw it up, and Cuellar ran one back. If you're just joining us, 90-plus yards. And this time they kick it, and Cuellar is going to get another shot at it. Bring it in inside the 15. He spins out of one tackle, but he's dragged down. Again, that's number 24, Alex Holly, wearing number 40.
They got away with an illegal block in the back down here, too, which would have pinned him back a little bit, but worked out well for him. 30.
In the end.
35.
That's about where they were going to be if they didn't make a kick it.
It's kind of a wash.
But the opportunity for a big play was there.
Agree.
So you take those chances.
So Glacier Peak with an opportunity here under fifth-year head coach Shane Keck. Entler, his first varsity start last week, and he's got Crispin Bonchi right behind him. And he's going to give it to Bonchi on the right side. Tries to find a seam, cuts back over the 40 to the 45, near another first down. It'll be second and short.
This is the third offensive series for Glacier Peak in this game?
It is.
Okay. That's a good start. I mean, that's what you want right there. A run play that gets you 8 yards. Now you can do anything you want in the offense with this call.
I like how Bonchi reaches out for that extra yard, too. Varsity level.
Mm-hmm. That makes me nervous.
Second and 1. They give it to Bonchi one more time. Stutter steps in the hole, and this time he's clogged up, and I don't know if they're going to give him no gain. And
and he does a little snap up. Little gymnastics move there.
Again, 24 Alex Holly, 40 Alex Holly, the first one to meet him.
He maybe got a half a yard on
They're going to say 3rd and 1. What do you call here? You were an offensive coach at one point, Hannon.
Yeah, you got to call the play that's going to get you a yard.
I like it. I like that play. That's my favorite play.
Shame on me. I set myself up for that.
I think come to the outside a little.
Ooh, 3rd and 1. No, they're going to go with God's play. They got to pick. Bonchi on the left side has room to rumble, and he gets down, cross into Papermaker territory into 39, and a big GP first down.
I like that because I don't think he would have got it going up the middle.
Glacier Peak has been spreading those guys out with 3 receivers right on the edge and running away from it. This time they run to it, and they get big yards.
Big great number play. 76, Jake Reed, one of the great the tackle. Good block there for Glacier Peak to spring Bonchi. 8:29 left to go in this first half. Crocker in motion. They spring it out to Cuellar. Cuellar bumps and bruises his way across the 35 to maybe the 32.
He gets about almost 8 yards on that little play.
And this is what Camas has been doing at Glacier Peak, just that quick, fast screen. And can he pick up some cheap yards? And the answer is yes.
See, this is where GP needs to kind of wear out Camas's defense a little bit by getting a bunch of first downs here, the quick plays.
Yeah, it's not just physical too, right? It becomes mental. It becomes emotional. The game is just, it becomes almost something of itself in that realm.
4 plays, almost 30 yards right now. 2nd and 3. Entler rolls to his right.
Oh,
gets a block. Now he thinks about going. He will go, and he'll get a GP first down.
That's a smart play. Keeping it all the way. He had plenty of green there.
But thinking that he's going to throw it almost the whole time and then deciding.
Yeah, that's what makes it dangerous, right?
Russell Wilson-ish.
Which he used, 10 years ago, maybe.
He was 7 for 15 last week in the win over Snohomish, 83 yards. 1st and 10 now at the Camas.
Trips left
27,
here.
Yes. Spread way out.
Towards it.
Bonchi with a big hole.
He's gone.
To the 10, 5, touchdown, Glacier Peak.
That's a great play. They had trips down here left, and just like you said on that previous play, a couple plays ago, they decide to fool them. Yep.
To run towards it, and Shane Keck does a great job of this that a lot of offensive coordinators don't do. They find a play that works, and Shane will go back to it. He'll go back to it. It was always, as a defensive coordinator, a team would hurt me doing something, and I always think, gosh, if they do that again, we're going to have to make major changes, and they never do it again.
Yep. Well, now the good thing here is GP knows they can score, right?
Yep.
So that's a huge shot in the arm.
And the extra point is blocked.
Oh.
Jared Chichinski.
Now the problem with that is you chase that extra point the rest of the game, and I hate that. I think at this point you just keep kicking the extra point until the fourth quarter, maybe.
My personal philosophy was you never chase that point until the fourth quarter.
I totally agree with that. Because then you just end, all of a sudden you're 2 points. Then you're missing 3.
At the end of the game, and you're out of range.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
And that's just what we talked about, you guys, getting them off the Camas off the field. That was 6 plays, 64 yards, 27-yard running touchdown by Crispin Bonchi. And that's exactly what Glacier Peak needed to get their confidence back that they can play with the Papermakers.
It seemed like it was more than 6 plays. The defense would probably feel like that was more than 6 plays.
It was unofficial 6 plays. Everything I say is unofficial. You know that, Tim.
Yep.
What I'm just saying is
it just seemed like the defense probably felt it more than.
Yeah.
The defense probably felt like that was 10 plays.
7:28, 21-13, Camas up in this great non-conference.
And the offense now has given the defense an opportunity for another big defensive series, where if the offense would have gone 3 and out right there and then it's a score, now we're looking at a blowout. Now we have a big defensive series again, and this time Glacier Peak has got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, big confidence boost there.
Yeah, mentally, you said it after this. Mentally, that is really an important part of this game.
Larson to kick off. Jared Forner gets it. And Forner, look out! Jared! And the kicker, the 6'4" kicker, meets Forner at the 47, and that basically is the only reason we probably don't have a Camas touchdown.
He was the last resort there.
So they are putting up some big returns tonight. Special teams, Steve.
Yikes.
And the kicker got off a block to make that play. That was an excellent
It looked
job.
like he might have been held, too.
Maybe. But he kept his outside arm and leg free, and he forced the runner to run into him. That was a really good job by the kicker.
So they'll start this one at the 47-yard line. They have scored every series so far. Have the Papermakers. Davidson gets it off, but not enough.
There's a lot of pressure coming at him. He had to kind of get that through his arms.
I'm trying to go to Zuko Lopez, the 5'11 sophomore.
That was Owen Bluth.
Yes, it was.
So you're talking a safety if he's playing. Maybe he's playing outside linebacker now, right? It looks like he's playing outside linebacker.
2nd and 10, 7:16 left to go in this second quarter. They split him out. Davidson.
Might be coming off the edge again. Here he comes again.
Fakes the handoff. Now he goes up. It's caught by Swanson. What a catch, and he'll get a Camas first down. What a catch.
And Gluth almost had him. Is there a flag? Oh, is that illegal man downfield? I think is what that is. Yeah, you called that earlier.
They're running that screen, but their guys are downfield. And, hey, and Coach Bean, the defensive coordinator for Glacier Peak, has found something that he likes with Owen Gluth coming off an edge. And that's 2 plays in a row where he's come free.
Yeah, he completely changed the play both times. They kind of got lucky and got it off that second time, but he's kind of changed the play both times.
Really good adjustment for the Glacier Peak defense right there.
Makes it 2nd and 15 instead of 1st and 10.
Big penalty. 7:03 left to go. Now the ball back on the 43-yard line. As Davidson will take the snap, go back to throw. He's going deep down the far sideline. He's got it open. It's picked by Glacier Peak. And then who, of course, Isaiah Cuellar.
And Steve called that right when it was in the air. You heard a little picket.
Oh, you can't take the ball coach too far from the field, can you?
He had his defensive hat on there.
Go, Ronnie. Ron Henthorn, did you see that all the way?
Oh, yeah. I'm with Bear right now. He's crazy down here, man. He's all excited.
You know who wants a T-shirt tonight, right?
Oh, Cuellar said, oh no.
Yeah. He's like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen again where I miss my shirt.
That's right. He's got a spot in the drawer ready for it, it sounds like.
Well, the problem is they got to win first, right? So
that is true.
Let's not put the cart before the horse.
That's right. Right now, I tell you, Harlan's got 2 touchdowns for Camas. Brody's got 1. But a huge turnover here, and they'll start at their own 22. Entler back to pass, has time. Now he guns it over. Ben Williams with a big catch at the 35 down to the 39.
And thank the offensive line there because they gave him all day back there, and he could kind of sit back there, read War and Peace, and then get the ball off.
Audiobook or text?
That was a patient route.
Yeah.
For sure.
We give you more than football here at SCSPN.
We're not sure what that is, but
or if you want it,
it's open for interpretation. Well, I'm sure we're seeing in the YouTube comments as we speak, gentlemen. 1st and 10 now from their own 43. Bonchi to the right. Bonchi gets it. He'll come near side, cut up, cross the 40 down to the 37, taken down once again by Alex Holly.
That's a solid 5 yards.
Yep.
4.5 maybe.
Under 6 to go here in this first half. Glacier Peak down 13-21. Missed extra point.
Does it feel like the energy, like the blue team has got a little bit more juice, a little bit more go?
Oh, without a doubt, especially after the interception kind of like just kept that momentum going.
Just watching their body language, them moving around and they're popping in their steps, and I think they're in a good place.
Entler now. Nico Torgerson in motion. Now he's going to flip it. Dangerous pass, but Cuellar's there for the connection, but I'm not sure they're going to make a yard.
There's a lot of traffic there.
As big Bo Harlan there with a tackle along with number 8, Kona Figueroa.
Yeah, Glacier Peak came out in a formation, and Camas was like, we've seen this play before.
Cuellar wants As
didn't
I said,
fool anybody there.
No, and there's Cuellar. He wants a T-shirt. And he wants to eat.
Give that kid the ball.
He'll be at Applebee's later.
Maybe. Poblings, I hope they stay open. We're so late. Actually, we weren't really that late. Here's Entler. 3rd and 5. Big series. Fakes the pass. Now rolls right. Going deep. On the run. Connects Ben Wilson. Ben Williams.
Wow.
Down to the Camas 32-yard line. Entler to Williams.
That's a great play. And look, and I like the poise of Entler. They're rolling out. It's not always easy to make a throw when you're rolling out like that, but that was perfect.
And that is one thing about Entler. The moment is not too big for that kid. He is a very calm, very sharp thinking kid. And Ben Williams came all the way from the left, all the way to the right on that rollout.
Ben Williams last week, 4 catches, 51 yards. I think he surpassed that so far. Here's the handoff. Cuellar on the little sweep and nothing there. And Camas stiffens up their defense. Maybe a gain of 1, probably not.
A lot of white shirts right there.
GP just trying to keep him honest.
They gave him 1, 2nd and 9. It could have been generous. Ben Williams, the senior captain there on the near side in your picture, number 11 in blue. 3:46 left to go.
They're thinking about this one.
Yeah, they are. They really would love to get 6, 7 more points here before the half.
Well, we're going to have to call a timeout.
Yeah, I don't know. There's got to be because
I don't know. What do you think was going on there, Steve? Just not quite, can't figure out what play to run?
Yeah, it's a big moment. Yeah, mate. I mean, it's a big moment in the game, and a lot of times what happens at that moment is the coach calling the plays will ask a question from someone up in the booth, and then they just have too much
going on. Too
much stuff sending back down. I know, just hey, give me a play that you like. And instead of, well, if we did this and that defensive end crashes in and then we can't get outside, it won't be good. But if we pin him inside, then maybe. And then Shane's like timeouts.
Yeah. We're not raising the Titanic here, gentlemen.
Is this what
Let's
happens?
Get a play in.
Is this what happens to our Seahawks when
Don't even get me started on him. Oh, geez. He's just changing the tone. Oh, nothing gets me more angry when they can't, when there's like a half a second left on the play clock.
As you see the field, the timeout by Glacier Peak. 2nd and 9. They started at their own 22. 2 big catches by Ben Williams.
That was their 3rd
yards.
timeout, by the way.
Yes.
They
Good
are
call.
out.
Okay. Someone's on the game tonight.
That is a new little feature there. You see, I think, but they have 0 timeouts. 2nd and 9, big play. Entler, Bonchi in the back, fakes it to him, rolls out to the right side, now back. Entler in trouble. Has nowhere to go, and guess what? Alex Holly says not tonight. A big sack by the Camas Papermakers.
I don't think that was designed to be a rollout and come back to the other side. It's hard when you're right-handed to be rolling out to the left and throw.
No, he definitely.
I'm going to disagree with you there on that, Jim. Down here, it looked perfectly like that's what Christian Bonsi was trying to pull him to do because he swung through and then swung on the outside. So I think that was a trick design play going on.
You think he was meant to roll out right and then come back and roll out left?
Exactly.
The wedge cutting through all of it and telling it like it is as usual. That's why we have the best crew in the world right here. So that sets them back 3rd and 22. They got to get to the Camas 22-yard line. See what they pull up here. Bonchi trying to step out of tackles, but not much there. Great job by Camas stringing that out. Corner one more time. Jared on the tackle.
They would have liked to have picked up more than a couple yards there to at least give them make them think about the 4th down play.
Yeah, you're going to have to pump now.
3rd and, is it?
I think it's 4th and 19. They got 1. Had they gotten about 8 or 10 yards, that would have been an interesting decision there. But this makes it easy, I guess.
Too bad for Glacier Peak. They were humming. They had a great series going.
Yeah, they've hung in there. Glacier Peak has hung in there. They took those shots up front to start the game.
And a high snap Tuchinski has to drop it. Now the ball's loose and it turns up, and it's Kahali who sips on it. And Camas with another big play here, and they will be in great position with 2:18 left on the Glacier Peak 37-yard line. Oh, my.
Well, the punter's upset. It wasn't his. But even if he would have got the ball back, it wouldn't have made any difference. It still would have been first down right there either way. But didn't look like it was his fault. It went over his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, big test here for the Glacier Peak defense one more time. Can they make a stop? They had a big interception on the last series.
And that's the message you send to those guys. Hey, here we go, fellas. This is the moment. And I'm not sure, do we have?
Jake Davidson, the junior quarterback, gets it to Brody. Brody. And there's a whistle there. Something's going on. Dead play.
False start. Okay, that helps GP a little bit.
Titan Brody, the junior. He's already got one touchdown. He is something. You know, they haven't used him much, but when they have.
He is a hard running kid. We saw that last year. Like, we got to stop him first and then worry about everything else after.
And the penalty pushing back to 1st and 15 now. Ball on the GP 42-yard line. Brody to the left of Davidson. He's going to get it one more time. Finds a seam and a big one. He makes up a lot of that penalty up to the 33-yard line.
And they're still rushing in Owen Gluth off the edge there every single time. And I think you're right, Steve. I think they see something there. But now Camas seems to be adjusting for it.
2nd and 5. Davidson, he'll look to Brody one more time, left side. He's got a blocker. Brody skips out of one tackle and falls to his knees inside the 20 at the 18 with 1:45 left.
And this is that adjustment in the adjustment, right? So Glacier Peak says we're going to send an outside backer off the edge to stop that short passing game. And we're not going to drop someone into the flat. We're going to rush the quarterback. And so Camas says, okay, you're going to bring that guy off the edge. We're just going to run away.
Go the other way.
And you just lost a defender.
I think that's exactly what's happening. They know Gluth's coming in on the side. Whatever side they put him on, they're running the opposite way.
Away from it now.
We have some laundry in the field, gentlemen.
We do.
This is helpful.
That's huge.
I didn't see what the infraction was, but it'll be 2nd down.
Holding,
okay. 1:45.
That's a big break for GP there.
Camas with all 3 timeouts left here as we count down the second quarter, up 21-13. Jake Davidson and Brody now switches from his right back over to the left side. Brody makes a lot of people miss, just slices in there. Cuellar with the tackle, but that's going to be a Camas first down to the 25.
And exactly what we talked about. You see Gluth coming in, rushing in on the right-hand side, so they run it left, or vice versa.
Braden Scafford, number 16 in blue, 5'11 junior, also with Loom on the tackle, and here they are, 1st and 10 in business. Brody. This time he's taken down.
And that's big Connor Annie, the wrestler. Well, not the wrestler. We already got somebody named the wrestler, but the state champion wrestler. More than likely.
That's a big play.
That is a big play. And a 2-point takedown.
Yeah. We need those guys up front to start making some plays in that run game, those inside linebackers. And I mean, if you're going to lose Gluth off the side to say we're taking away the passing game on that side because Owen's going to the quarterback, you got 10 other guys to help stop that running back, and we haven't been able to do it yet.
Good point.
We'll be back to see what happens. 1:07 left. Second and 10. from the GP 25. Camas.
They're going to get Connor Annie for jumping over the line.
He's
just
looking
a
around.
little bit too juiced up there.
There it is, false start.
Oh, they got false start. Oh, he might have caused them to move. I thought they were going to call it. I thought they were going to call an offsides.
Because I only saw Connor jump. I didn't see the offensive lineman jump.
I didn't either.
So penalties. Ronnie?
I think you're right. They were going to talk about it for a minute. They both agreed on both sides of the line, Judge.
So they push it back to the 30. And penalties, gentlemen, have played a little bit of role here on this drive for the Papermakers.
Well, the other thing it's doing, it's making that clock go down. They're trying. Glacier Peak also wants to run this clock out too, so the penalties are helping there. Obviously, it stops the clock, but it keeps backing them up, so they have less time.
And more whistles
what
now.
Have we got here?
Trying to get this yard marker to go to 2 second down. Gotcha. Clock's right, but the play on the sidelines is wrong. Still says 1 over there.
There we go.
Now he's going to flip it.
Oh, almost. There you go.
All the officials want to talk about him flipping it.
I posted.
Well, you got to talk about it.
Last week, I posted a picture of Tim and I in one of the most fun games. It was 11 years ago, I believe, up at Mount Vernon. You remember that game up at Mount Vernon. One of the most, I will just say, the interesting officiated game. It felt like we were there for days. We almost got a room. We were up there so long.
We were in
and
that
the wrestler
wood shack.
We were in a wood shack.
Yep.
And the wrestler with a huge play. And then he got a huge penalty.
I think he got a penalty, and then there was a lot of questionable calls. The calls were kind of crazy. That was at a time where we used to make fun of the refs because they powwowed like after every single, any flag that they would just powwow for like 5 minutes. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing it here, but they don't do it as bad now as they used to.
Right.
Well,
and we'd make fun of it up in the booth.
Yeah, and now
I think Todd even had like a skit that he played.
Yeah,
like
he actually, you know what? That is I think that's got 80,000 views.
The skit with the ret.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple. Here we go, 2nd and 15. Jake Davidson, Titan to his right. Jake, center screen, Brody. And Quay loses the ball out of bounds.
That could have been costly.
Perman with the tackle and the pull of the ball, but it goes out of bounds.
Good
and they
boys
retain.
on the quarterback because I think they had like a blitz on. There's 3 linemen coming in at the quarterback, and he just kind of dumps it off real quick.
And if you're going to run a middle screen, what you want is the defense blitzing. That's what you want.
And they got it.
So 1 minute left to go in this first half. Davidson now with Harlan. He fakes it, gets it over. Forner with the catch. Forner trying to tiptoe in, but he's brought out of bounds around the 6-yard line. And that was a big fella, Dane Chapman, over there pushing him out.
And they're able to just kind of chew up the field right now. And the clock's kind of working in their favor. They're getting out of bounds.
And the play calling is what we've seen on film. It's what they did last week against Yelm. It's something that we prepared for last year. It's just that fast screen. They love to throw it out there and just get yards, whatever they can get. And so far, we haven't done a great job of stopping it.
1st and goal from the 6. Davidson hands it off. Harlan, did he get his 3rd touchdown? Yes, he will. Touchdown, Camas.
Right at the camera.
6-yard touchdown, and boy, Harlan wants a T-shirt.
Well, not only did he know where the end zone was, he knew where the camera was.
Well coached all the way around. Did you have media camera training when you were coaching, Hannon?
I don't remember that coming up.
No, Hannon was the only one that was allowed to talk to the media.
Keegan
well,
on
he's at the booth right
That's
now.
right. Keegan on for the extra point. Jared Farner, former with the hold. This one low, and this one is no good.
Okay. Now they don't need to chase that extra point for the rest of the game.
You just never know what's going to happen in the course of a game.
You don't.
8 plays, 37 yards. Remember, they started on the Glacier Peak 37-yard line, and they punch it in with 49 seconds left. 27, Camas, Glacier Peak 13.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do-It-Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Back here, some scores. Mariner from the Wesco 4A tied 14-14 in the first quarter with the Everett Seagulls.
How about the Bellevue Lake Stevens?
I know, Bellevue Lake Stevens game. We'll see in.
Or is that tomorrow?
No, that's
tonight.
That's tonight at. Is that one at Bellevue? At Bellevue.
We haven't heard anything about that one.
No, I haven't. Monroe 28 over Shorecrest as we're getting ready to kick off. As anybody watching from Camas could care less about the Wesco. And Bonchi takes it around the 9. Bonchi.
Hit it.
Can he get one going?
There's
a flag. Bonchi all the way crosses the mid-stripe into Camas territory.
Unfortunately, that's coming back.
I think Bonchi saw the flag thrown as he was running.
He kind of went right by him.
Edmonds Woodway over Kamiak 13-7. Right now, second quarter, there it is. Bellevue 14, Lake Stevens 7 right now. The second quarter is the score I have.
That's a big game there. Bellevue's looking for a little revenge from last year because Lake Stevens beat them last year, if I remember right.
Now, Coach Hannon, when you were with Glacier Peak,
ouch. That's coming way back.
Way back. My goodness. Is that a spot of a foul?
Yeah, 10 yards from where the foul happened. So realistically, that's about a 30-some yard penalty.
Well, I don't know when you were coaching at Glacier Peak or any teams, if they let you watch, but the Herald, everybody in the Herald, Steve Willits, the great Steve Willits, Tom Lafferty, they all picked Camas in this game.
They did. I saw that.
And they're just going to kneel,
take a knee.
And 37 seconds will go by. Let's set this up. This is, I don't know how many years ago, this is Coach Hollywood Hanna. Has he really got his name? And he was asked a hard-hitting question by, of course, Tim Boyle.
Oh, the wedge.
Is it the wedge?
Was
it's the wedge.
For halftime or something?
Would be good.
There he goes.
A bad start's not good. Excellent.
And that's the guy on the booth. I don't know if we're going to go to Ron Henthorn, if he's going to try and get the head coach, Shane Keck. Let's go.
Okay, guys, I'm down here with Shane Keck. Shane, a little bit surprising first half there tonight. What are you seeing out there?
We just had to settle down and kind of adjust to what they're doing. I think we had to make a couple tweaks on defense, but, offensively, we found some things and got a little momentum. So I think we'll make some adjustments and go make this a battle.
Your offensive line is working pretty good, and your offensive plays are working pretty good.
Yeah, they're really tough up front, and they do some unique stuff. And so we just got to, settle down and figure it out, and we'll be all right.
Good luck in the second half.
Hey, thanks a lot.
All right, back to you, Scott. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, Ron. The Wedge, Henthorn. Nobody brings you the Wedge like STSBN, do they?
Hard hitting.
Or the coin toss.
We are going to collect our breath. Maybe we've got some vittles I see in the booth that I need to get to, as you can see in the corner.
Well, after your 3-hour drive down here.
Seriously, my leg hurts. 27-13. Camas Papermakers right now over the Grizzlies. Stay tuned. We'll have some halftime festivities, easy for me to say, and maybe we'll catch up on some scores. You're watching Friday Night Lights on STSBN, presented by Les Schwab Tire.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race.
Look at this!
To the 4 a.m. starts. Training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard.
I get the gang on you. You better pray for it. I put that thing on you. You ever play with it?
To the fans, to the followers, and the haters.
But it doesn't matter.
Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. Cue rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. To the world's best.
UFC Strawweight Champion.
Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun. I promise you.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
This is Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extract. Taking on
Here on team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else on the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world. Always connected, but somehow alone. Trapped by illusion. We offer another path where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling. United by purpose. Defined by the cause you fight for.
It's not about you. Work together, get over the hump.
No one can ever take away.
You were in this Marine.
What it means to be among the few. The proud, the Marines.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
This is Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extract. Taking on
Here on team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else on the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Back here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle, Steve Hannon, and Ron the Wedge Henthorn with you. At halftime, the Camas Papermakers up 27-13 over the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Tim, I'll start with you. What do you think as far as from Glacier Peak side? What do they got to do as you see them coming out of the locker room to get this lead or get this ball game close?
I think we kind of talked about this earlier, which Glacier Peak's going to need. Fortunately, they get the ball right.
Yeah,
that's a silver lining for them. I think they obviously need to go down and put some points. It's 13-27. They're down by 2 touchdowns, but it seems like they should be down by 4. So I think it's going to be important for them to actually go down and score some points. Get a sustained drive like we talked about earlier. Keep their defense on the field a little bit, and then their defense is going to have to show something where they can stop these things.
And let me go to Coach Steve Hannon, who coached a lot of defense. So we'll start. Since you're new, I'm going to get 2 questions. Number 1, defensively from Glacier Peak, they really haven't been able to stop Camas. How do you make that change?
Well, Camas showed up with a really good game plan. I think we all saw that. They scoured them. They knew where their weaknesses were. They started attacking those weaknesses. Coach B did a good job of making that adjustment and putting Owen on the end of the line of scrimmage to put pressure on the quarterback to take away the flat game on that side, and then they adjusted and started running away from him. Now they've just been down there in the dungeon for the last 15 minutes, figuring out what's our next adjustment and what do we think they're going to adjust back to. But to be honest, I'm just looking at my notes from what we saw last week from Camas. They're not doing that much different than what they normally do. They love to throw the ball down the field. They love to run the fast screens, and they run zone. And they've run a lot more stretch tonight. They found something in their outside zone game that I didn't see a lot on film previously. They usually like an inside zone game a lot more. But they found some success doing that. I agree with Tim. But Glacier Peak's offense has shown life, and they brought some of that energy. And it was the defense has to come to life here. They've got to make. Have we stopped them yet? Did we make it?
Once, I think.
One-time interception.
Yeah, so we haven't made them punt yet.
Yeah.
So I keep saying Glacier Peak needs to make.
It's okay.
We're home at Glacier Peak.
We need to do that. We need to see the punter from Camas 1 or 2 times this half, and the offense has to chew up clock. And I think that was key for Glacier Peak's opportunity to come in.
Second question, if you're looking.
Yeah.
If you're head coach Jack Hathaway and Camas, what do you want to do the second half? You found some things that work. Like you said, you didn't change a lot. They made some adjustments to Glacier Peak. What do you do if you're Camas Papermakers?
I have a list of things that I came into this game that I wanted to have happen, that I wanted to see. And I have found those things. I shortened that list up, and I'm going with that. That's what I'm doing. I brought the kids and I said, hey, we thought we'd see this. We saw this. These are the plays that we love so much. Our offense that's working. We're doing this until they do something different.
And their quarterback, Jake Davidson, he has played well. He has the one interception when he went for that deep ball, but he's managed the game. He's found those bubble screens, those center screens. He's gotten the ball to Brody, Harlan. He's doing a nice job for the junior, only his second varsity start.
Well, he's also shown a lot of poise back there because they've had some pressure on him many times, and he hasn't really caved. He's actually been able to hold on to the ball till the last second, find an open receiver. A lot of times when you're kind of only been in 2 games, that stuff gets to you. You freak out when somebody and 3 people are coming at you. He's not doing that.
And he's a throwing the ball quarterback. We haven't seen him run yet tonight.
No, he's a pocket passer.
Oh, he had 10 yards last week against Yelm on a couple runs. Big score up here in the north end for everybody down south. Lake Stevens, the defending 4A champions, playing the 3A. Daunted Bellevue Wolverines down 28-7 are the Vikings.
Revenge game for Bellevue because Lake Stevens got the better of them last. I think they're doing a home and away series the last 2 years.
Marysville Pilchuck beating number 7 Sandwood. Let's go to Ron Henthorn real quick.
Yeah, let me see if I can get Rory down here. Send the cameraman over.
Rory. Our technical director as well from Henthorn. He's running our camera and Josh everywhere.
Is he down there with Steve Sowers?
He's trying to get Rory Rosenbaugh, the new Glacier Peak AD, who came back. He loves the camera. We had the Rose Show for years. He was our head coach for how many years as far as Glacier Peak? 10 years? I want to give him short here.
Here we go. He's got him.
Okay, I have Ron Henthorn down here with Coach Rory Rosenbach, the Riverboat Gambler and the former AD coach down in Camas. You know about this team down here. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we played these guys every year, man. It was a battle. It's a really good football team, really well coached.
What do you think GP has to do tonight?
I think they're playing really well. I think they're playing, they're being physical. I think they got to figure out how to stop those edge runs, that buck sweep, or outside zone.
Bunching!
We got a return. We got a flag. Send them down. That seems to be the thing hurting us, right? Is that outside run. I think we clean that up. We'll be all right. They seem to figure out. They were doing some little screens and quick passes on the edge early, but I think GP's kind of figured that out, and now they just got to get that run game dialed in.
Well, we'll see if we can get that done. Thanks for sticking in here, Rory. We'll catch you later, man.
You work on it.
All right, back to you, Scott.
Rory Rosenbach, the AD, the Wedge.
What do we got here for the flag? It's going to come back.
Bocce with a big run back. That's his second big run back who's been turned away by a penalty. Great job by the Wedge. Rory threatening last week that he's going to send at least 3 plays into Shane Keck on offense.
That would not surprise me in the slightest.
I said they'd be 4th down plays.
Yeah.
Don't punt. Go for it.
And 4th and over 10 to go in his own territory. So
now, how frustrated the coach is now when you get those back-to-back block in the back penalties that negate a big run? What do you do?
Yeah, especially when you're down, right?
Lucas Etler, he hands it off to Crispin Bonci. Nothing there. He's going to lose yardage. And Holly's in there.
That flag's kind of almost
43.
like a punch in the gut,
Yeah, Holly and
takes
Spear.
the wind out of you.
Sorry, Tim. Holly and Spear there on the tackle, and they've been on a lot of tackles.
There's a big part of this game is that mental toughness part. It's physical tough game for sure, but that mental toughness is what overrides it more often than not. And you're right, that's frustrating to lose another 30-yard penalty, which is basically what that was. But now you just got to go and execute. You got to put it away and you got to go execute.
Got to have a short memory.
Yeah.
Put him down for loss and 1, 2nd and 11. And they get to Bonte right to the left side.
Look at
now
that.
he's moved
He might
in.
be gone.
He's going to the 40, 30. Can anybody catch him? 10, 5, touchdown, Bonte!
Wow.
75-yard touchdown run, Crispin Bonte.
That was large.
And you just got to give Shane Keck credit because he's sticking with that run game.
Unbelievable. And there is the young man. That's why he doesn't watch TV. He just works out and watches tape. What a phenomenal play. Oh, and there's...
It looked like there was movement on the offense first before the encroachment.
Jared Chukutinski, excuse me.
And worthy of note, Bonchi had the kickoff return that gets called back. Then on first down, they go to Bonchi again, and he kind of doesn't get much. And then on second down, they go and he has a 75-yard run. You got to be in a pretty good shape to be doing that.
Yeah,
that's a lot of running in like three plays right there, all going to him.
The kids are in good shape. They work hard. That's no doubt about that.
So Tuchinski now for 25-yard extra try. It is up, and it is good. And he's fired up. As we, out of your screen, you see the touchdown. There's the young man.
And now all of a sudden the game is in reach, right? Not a brand new game, but close.
27-20, just a one-score game with 10:48 left. That's very close, Tim. Yeah. Ask Mr. Obvious over there, Steve Hannon. It's 27 points close?
That's close enough.
It's close. I just said it's not a brand new game.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
It could be a brand new game. Again, we're right back to that starting point where the offense is now given the defense an opportunity for a 3-and-out and to change the whole momentum of this game.
Yeah, I think that was a momentum changer right there, too.
They've had a couple big momentum changes. We had a kickoff return, 91 yards. That one, a 75-yard play for Kristen Bonchi. And really, GP, that's how they scored on big plays.
Yep.
And I was just saying before we went down the sidelines that Shane Pack, you're running the ball not for big success, but he came into this game with a game plan, and he thinks running the ball eventually is going to be what's going to lead them to a win tonight, and he's sticking with it.
He's obviously seeing something that he likes to keep sticking with it, right?
Yeah.
There was the fifth-year head coach, Shane Peck. And here we go. Aiden Larson kicking it off. And this will be Forner taking it. Around the 12. This time not a lot there. Still on a speed, but group of Grizzlies there in blue jerseys finally get him down across the 25-yard line. Jared Forner, the junior, doing a nice job returning kickoffs.
Terrifying play. Terrifying to kick the ball. Can't kick it in the end zone, and that thing lands on the 10. It's just like, okay, that's one of their fastest players on their team. And
well, you were here with Spencer Pettit, the weapon. He could kick it out of the end zone every time.
Yep.
And that is a weapon.
It is.
That
underrated yardage gainer right there as Jake Davidson, the junior quarterback, takes the helm. He's got Titan Brody right to his left. Brody will get it. Gets hit in the backfield, but makes something out of absolutely nothing up to the 30, and he'll gain 5 on first.
I think Cuellar's the one that got him, too.
Kid's a hard runner. Breaks tackles. But defensively, Glacier Peak has got to make those plays. That can't be a 5-yard gain. It has to be a 2-3-yard loss.
Jake McManus, 55 in blue, got in the back of the line there. Brings up 2nd and 5. Davidson now, he flips it over, almost blocked. It's caught. Makes the guy miss. There's a flag. It's Anthony Forner with the catch.
It's going to be a hold on Camas there. I think that's coming back.
On the wide receiver?
Yeah, on the wide receiver. Right. Looked like he was holding him up, and the flag came out right there. I saw number 5 petitioning that he didn't do anything, so that's never a good sign.
You know he's guilty.
Yeah.
He did it right in front of me, and he definitely did it. But GP defense was really strong, even beside that hold,
If you're denying it, you're guilty.
Michael Darling ended up getting that tackle. He had a great game last week. I was on 522 earlier, ran by the Darling family business.
Yeah. Yeah, his uncle was a player for us. Matt Darling, the bowling ball.
Oh, the Brunswick?
The Brunswick.
That's right.
It is related to the Darling.
That's his uncle?
Yeah, his uncle.
Yeah.
No way.
That
means we're getting old.
Exactly. I talked to Steve earlier. I'm like, I'm going to need the family tree written out for me on that.
The Brunswick.
So Camas, again, they have absolutely had way more penalties. Nothing official here than it feels like more penalties than GP. That puts them back 2nd and 13. You can hear a little sideline run. Davidson, get pressure. Yes, get rid of it. He does. Swanson with a catch on the far side. And he's dragged down by GP with a first down. I can't believe he didn't. That's Loom, Adam Loom with a tackle. Look at this.
And Gluth had him right in his sights. And again, poised by the quarterback, able to get that ball off at the very last second.
Great tackle right there, too, by Glacier Peak, because he was going to score without that run. Here we go again.
Here we go. Over the side, making people just miss and chip. And he gets another Camas Papermaker first down.
That's his favorite target.
Yes.
Right there.
Killing us.
Swanson.
Just chunking us up with the pass screen.
Again on that, going to that right side every time, too.
Not a lot of 3rd and longs for the Camas team. Davidson fakes it. Now he's going to go to the near side. Forner catches it. He's hit hard out of bounds by Cuellar.
Nice tackle
and
there.
Darling.
Like Steve said, they're going to have to, these 5, 7, 8 yard plays, you don't want that. I think that was a 9-yard.
Yeah, getting big chunks on 1st and 2nd down.
They don't have to throw it downfield to get the yards. Now, they just have to set that edge. They got to attack those outside shoulders. They got to fill up those gaps. They got to be strong and aggressive, angry.
Gets him back to pass. Now sits. Now goes over the middle long.
Oh, he's just
no
off
good.
target. He was open. That ball was on target. That might have been a touchdown.
Trying to go to Chase McGee. Bring up 3rd and 1.
They like to throw the ball down the field, and that backside post is something that they've been known to do, and it was, and that was close.
It ended up short, kind of like at his feet.
5th play of this drive, coming up the 6th play of this drive. Started on their own 25. A couple penalties have pushed them back here and there, but they've made up for it easily.
Heavy set.
And a different formation here. And they get it. Harlan. And he gets a first down and a few more.
Needed 1, got about 4.
Brought down by Owen Blue. And Harlan having a night. 3 touchdowns for the youngster.
He's looking for a T-shirt.
Yeah, 3 plays here. Back to back. Got it, mate. We got an empty formation. We got no running back in the backfield. We got fly sweep.
Brody.
Oh.
Slicing in and covering a lot of turf. And finally brought down there, but close to another first down. Owen Gluth on the tackle.
They're going to give him the first down.
Gluth seems to be everywhere tonight.
He's a legitimate athlete.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Oh, he's good.
And again, he was hurt last week, wasn't he?
Yeah, he didn't play last week.
Big shout out to David Castro. His dad. It's another game, and that's a touchdown, Camas. And it's Mr. Swanson. 28 yards.
Ouch.
What happened there?
That's the left side of the GP defense. They've just found a hole over there, and they're going to run it every time.
It's fast screen.
And they've been doing that since the beginning of the game.
Fast screen on that same side of the defense.
Other than the interception, every time Camas has made offense on the field, they have scored. This time they go for 2.
And get it.
And they got it. And Harlan again.
Heavy set. It's going to run short right behind that 8th player. They're just knocking Glacier Peak back.
No answers for that.
There's no schematic.
35-20, 8:06 left to go in the 3rd quarter. A lot of football left to play. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Friday Night Lights on STSPN, presented by Les Schwab Tire.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
Back here, we want to welcome anybody watching from down south from the Camas area.
Camas actually had a shorter bus ride than Glacier Peak.
Yes, they did. Which is
Glacier
incredible.
Peak had to come from like a couple miles up the street, and it took them like 2 hours to get here because of a car wreck. And actually, Camas, I got here right at 5, and Camas showed up right about 5 o'clock. GP didn't show up till like 6:30 almost or something.
Yeah, it was shut down Highway 9, pretty much the main arterial. What am I trying to say? Arterial?
Something.
Artery. I think it's the
arterial.
Artery.
It's arterial.
Arterial. Thank you so much. I mean, who needs Google when you have Tim? Kicking off is Keegan.
Uh-oh. He's going to get a shot at it.
Cuellar from the 10.
Look at that.
Cuellar, it's the middle. And they finally catch up to him, but he gets way up to around the 47-yard line.
Well, the key there is you don't see any yellow flags on the field.
They see something on returns going up the middle, Coach Hannon.
Yeah, and that's how Glacier Peak sets up their return. They have the front guys are peeling back to pick off edge players, and they set a wedge in the back, and your job is to run behind that wedge, find a crease, and get through it. And they've executed that kickoff return really well to me, really well.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for 2 flags, they'd have another 100 yards on special teams there.
Maybe another 7 points on the board.
Yep.
Here we go. We're far left again, Tim. There's that formation that they like.
Now see if they're going to hand off to Bonchi here and exploit it.
Bonchi, he does get it. Makes a cut, tries to find some breathing room, and not much.
They were ready
to the
for
scrimmage.
Yeah, I guarantee you, we're ready for it up here.
Yeah. That's a good point.
14, Bo Harlan in there on the tackle. He does it all. 6 foot, 190 junior, having a night on both sides of the ball here. Next, coming up for Camas after this non-conference, they go and take on the Lincoln Abes in Tacoma. You sit here, they get nothing, 2nd and 10 for Glacier Peak. Flips left again. Blanchi, low snap. Entler back. Now he's got pressure.
Move.
Entler gets out of it, dumps it to Ben Williams, but Ben Williams.
Kind of a hard take there.
Yeah, Anthony Forner wraps him up and twists him down.
Once in a while, you'll get a flag on that because you put him back 5 yards and then throw him down. Sometimes the refs don't like it.
You don't like that slinging.
Yeah, the sling, exactly.
Leaves them 3rd and 8. A critical 3rd and 8 here. 6:39 left to go in the 3rd quarter. They came out, 75-yard run for Bonchi, and then boom, Camas answers. So this game, you got to answer.
You definitely got to answer here.
And Glacier Peak has had success on offense tonight. They have had some success. They've found some things that work for them.
Big play here, 3rd and 8. Motion. We get it to Perman. Perman or Cuellar. And Cuellar's got nothing, and Camas all over it once again.
Number 14 kind of read that.
Bo Harlan all over it. It was Cuellar on the carry.
It looked like he might get to the outside, but 14 just kind of saw that coming.
And they are going to have to punt one more time.
Yeah, they can't afford to keep punting. 14, he was playing linebacker on that play.
He plays line. Yeah, he had 2 tackles. He was the guy who scored the extra point. He's got 3 touchdowns, by the way.
Oh,
You are an Adrenaline Fundraiser Player of the Game voter. Tuchitsky gets back to punt this. This was a high, short punt. It's going to go out of bounds. Almost hit Josh, our cameraman, as you see him right there.
About the 35-yard line.
So sets Camas up one more time. And how many times can the defense be asked, Coach Hannon? You've been in this situation a couple times, haven't you?
Oh, yes, no question. Yeah. And eventually the answers run out, you know. I don't see Camas doing anything different than they did in the first half. They're running their offense. They're executing their offense, and we got to execute our defense.
Yeah, Camas up by 15 points. If I'm Camas, I just want to run a bunch of plays and chew up the clock, score, try to get another touchdown and run about 6 minutes off the clock.
Mr. Harlan, he's going to get the ball. He's touchdown!
And there's Luke, and that's what he's been waiting for. That's what he's been waiting for and shooting for like this whole time.
Yeah, that's...
What's he doing here?
Yeah, so he's coming off this. What they've been doing, they disguised it a little bit better that time, and the H-back wasn't able to shut that rush down.
He's been shooting through like that this whole game and just not timing it. The timing wasn't perfect.
Lost that time 5, 2nd and 15. This time they get it off. It's off the hands, almost intercepted. Oh my! They were trying to go to Zuko Lopez.
That is the adjustment that they've made. They're going to send Owen off the edge to stop that play. But if he were to top out there, they're in the same position they've been in from the beginning.
Adam Loom, the 6'4" senior, he's been all over the field.
That was almost a pick.
So one of the rare 3rd and 15 for the Camas Papermakers.
This is very rare.
Holland to the right. They fake it. Here's Davidson. Going deep. He's got open man. Caught! To the 20, poked down to the 10, Chase McGee, and he's brought down by number 10, Michael Darling.
Well, Scott, there's open and there's lonely. And he was lonely.
Oh.
And he didn't drop it.
Well, they've done that play a couple times. That was 3rd and 15, and boy, that is a heartbreaker for the Grizzlies. Well executed. Davidson now rolling right, looking again. Wide open is McGee for the touchdown. He has the big play, and he puts it in.
And what a turn of events you're at. You got him 3rd and 15, pinned back there. And like Steve says, you need to force him to punt at some point. And they end up getting that huge play and touchdown after that. That hurts.
Camas likes to throw the ball deep, and Glacier Peak knows that. We've talked about it. Why aren't those corners up there playing them more tight? They're running those fast screens because they set up that. And
was that a missed assignment by a couple of those? I mean, because there was no one around.
That was just the corner the wide receiver running by the corner.
Here's a bad snap. They try to get it off, and
they can actually run that back.
Broken up.
So on that last play, Glacier Peak brought both inside linebackers from press. And they brought them and they twisted them, and both of them got picked up. And it just gave the quarterback enough time to bring them both inside linebackers. You got nobody in the middle of the field. Good chance you're in man coverage behind. And the corner just doesn't run with number 1. So.
All right, here's a present for Tim Boyle.
I think I know what's coming.
Here we go.
And Steve was here during that.
For Tim
I
Boyle.
think I know exactly what's coming. It's the horse collar.
Oh, I know. This is bad.
I know.
Wong. Years
it's gonna
and years
happen
ago.
right here.
Yeah, it's the bad one.
It's terrible. Coming right here. Yikes!
Yeah. Look at Roy.
And Roy's like calling, but they didn't call and he's hurt even.
Yeah, he hurt.
And they
hurt
didn't
that play.
call him. Look, and then the worst thing about it is Glacier Peak ends up getting penalized here. I don't know if you remember that. Glacier Peak, there's the flag right there. Because one of the coaches, and I think it was Coach K, was human.
We had replay even then, ladies and gentlemen.
How that's not a horse collar.
Well,
it still bothers me.
It does.
I have PTSD on it.
It still does bother you.
And Glacier Peak gets the flag.
You know what? It is your birthday in 2 days. So happy birthday to you, Tim Boyle.
Thank you. 3 days.
3 days. Excuse me. I can't count.
Uh-oh. Now they're not chancing it here.
This is taken by Crocker.
The north-south guy.
And he heads a little bit north, faster than traffic on Highway 9. That's he got farther up to the 35. Oh, my goodness.
Scott and I just talked on him.
Yeah, we did. We had a nice chat, didn't we? Breaking down film. He basically audibled like the whole breakdown.
Well, when I say Camas had a shorter bus ride, I'm not that far
No,
off.
you're not. I had 2.5 hours to go 4 miles.
Yeah.
That's why great Ryland Spencer in the building tonight. Ryland could say, he said, it took over 2 hours, 15 minutes to get from Bothell. I said, yeah, I lived 4 miles, and it took me 2.5.
Ridiculous. Hopefully everybody's okay.
Yeah, that is a horrific accident, just shutting down a main thoroughway. See how I changed words? Here we go. 1st and 10 from their own 35. Entler. Now he's got to tuck it. Now he's got to tuck it. And he slides across the 50.
A good slide there. That's a good business decision.
That was.
Right?
The first down, he's not going to score. He's got the first down.
Yeah.
So why take a big shot?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's smaller than these guys.
Really good job.
Income and expense, gentlemen. That's what you have to determine when you're on a running play like that.
Now, Russell Wilson would have done that, but he would have been about 3 yards short of the first down. Oh, too soon?
Or even Tyler Lockett will do that, too.
Oh, yeah, Tyler.
Hey, I don't care. Don't pick on
I
Tyler.
love
One of the greatest
Tyler.
receivers, underrated.
I love him.
He's on my
He
fantasy.
hit the first down tonight.
All right, 1st and 10. Great run by Lucas Entler. This time he fakes it to Bunch. He's going deep. He's going for Lou.
You got to throw a flag. And they got the flag. It's incomplete, but it's pass interference, Scott. So yeah.
Oh, and
Lou. Yeah, the defense, the guy was all over him.
I thought he hauled that down.
Oh.
I thought he did, too, first.
There he goes. As he hit the ground, he lost it.
I could see the flag coming on that one.
Adam Loom, 6'4" senior.
He almost had a sick earlier today.
He was
Yeah.
a Mariner kid, right?
Yes, I believe you're correct. Yes. He was the other Mariner transfer with Isaiah Cuellar. 3:21 left to go in his third quarter, and there you see the penalty.
Well, that was almost as good as a catch right there. He drew the flag.
That's an NFL play, right?
Well, it kind of is. It's kind of underthrown a little bit, and you tend to draw that flag.
That was a pro slide Entler made. This kid's
Total.
really chopping it up tonight. From the 35, Entler back to pass. Fakes it, getting pressure. And he's going deep again for Loom. Short this time, incomplete.
They're trying. Glacier Peak's wanting to pass interference, but Glacier Peak got away with a hole in the back here. They got away with a big one.
Oh, Ron saw that, but Forner, who was on the coverage, kind of flipped the ball to Loom.
He didn't like that.
Yeah, he didn't like that. Usually they don't like, the officials don't like it either.
They'll actually call a penalty on that.
GP dodged a couple bullets on that one. Not only that play, but when he threw that ball up, that was a floating duck up there. I might be able to run from here over to catch that one.
Ron was eligible on that.
He was.
The Cyclone.
All I saw was the back of his jersey. The mighty Cyclone from the Wedge Henthorn. 2nd and 10 here, 35. Bonchi.
There he goes. Oh,
Crispin.
That looked like a face.
Out of the tackle.
Mask. Looked like he got a possible face mask, but they didn't call it.
And again, Alex Holly, what a stud, 6'1"
favorable
senior.
spot, though, that's for sure.
See,
going to give him almost 5 yards there.
He has put some miles on his Crispin Bonchi tonight. Offense, defense, as we look at the play call here. 3rd and 6 for Glacier Peak. 2:37 left, 41-20. Our score.
Safe to say we're in two down territory here.
Without a doubt. As long as they don't get backed up.
Bonchi makes a cut. Absolutely nothing there.
Nothing at all.
Big number 49, Aiden Jones. Haven't called his number 6'3", 235, junior.
I think he may have lost a yard there. I think 4th and 7. You got to go for it here. Down 41-20.
Yeah, I think you do too. I know Shane's loved that running game, and he surprised us a couple times with a called run, which looked like an obvious pass. But I think you got to put the ball up here, don't you?
I think you do. You got to put it in the air here.
Crocker back in the game, number 24 in blue, Francis.
I like him rolling out, though.
Yeah.
Rolling out, then possibly run if there's nothing there.
Steps left.
There you go.
And he does roll to the far side. Now steps up. He's got trouble.
Look at that. Now
he loses it. Now he's got it. And he gets it all the way up to the 13-yard line. A Glacier Peak first down. Nice call, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Hey, if you see
Once
that,
in a while.
watch the replay of that. There was a good defensive block with a cheapy player there. He had his back to the defender. It was crazy, but it looked good.
Oh, yeah. Number 4.
Yeah.
He was kind of just staying in his way.
That's Dylan Healy. So 1st and 10 now on the Camas 14-yard line. 1:20 left to go in the third quarter. GP moving, faking to Crocker. No, they gave it to Crocker, and Crocker wishes he didn't get the handoff because Holly was right there to meet him.
Nothing there.
They have not had an answer for number 40, Alex Holly.
Not Crocker's fault there either. There's nowhere to go.
No, he's getting hit the second he gets the ball.
40's making a case for lineman of the night.
He really is. He has been in almost every single play. There you see him, number 40, Alex Holly. The 6'1 senior. Boy, oh boy. They cannot figure out how to get him, and he's moving all over that defensive line. 2nd and 12. Cuellar in motion. Fakes to Cuellar. Now rolls to the near side. Gets it to Healy, and Healy is covered up there nicely by big 78 Carson Osmus, the Wazoo commit. Go
D1 commit. He wants lineman of the night too, so it's a little bit of a battle between them.
What do you think of that game tomorrow? Wisconsin coming to the Port Louis.
Wisconsin was ranked last year, and the Cougs went on the road and beat them.
Brand new coach,
yeah.
Matt Rule.
That scares me a little.
One of the worst dressed college coaches ever. Remember when he was at Baylor? Remember he was at Baylor?
Well,
I mean, my dentist had the same outfit.
He rivals Bill Belichick.
He does.
Rules at Nebraska, right?
I'm sorry. Right. I'm sorry. Who's at Wisconsin? I apologize. You're right. Rules in Nebraska. I think it's the same guy at Wisconsin.
Same uniforms.
Yeah, same uniforms. I apologize to the Wisconsin head coach.
I'm letting you get away with that.
Thank you, Steve. Thank God you're here.
Both Big Ten schools.
Well, that should be a heck of a game tomorrow. I know they're honoring Mike Leach.
They are. They got a bunch of like pirate shirts they're doing, pirate flags and stuff.
Well, a big shout out to them. And
one of the greatest minds in offensive college football history.
Unbelievable. Left too early.
You're probably glad you didn't have to face his offenses.
Rory Rosenbaum ran his offense.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That Tony Franklin pass first, run every once in a while system.
Yep.
It was pretty unique up at Wesco at the time, I recall.
When
Rory brought it here.
And no one could quite figure it out when they first were running that.
Just like anything else that's new in football, it takes a little while. Remember the Miami Dolphins started running that Wildcat thing there for a while. Even in the NFL, it was working.
And then people think, yeah.
I have to insert something here. I'm on the air now.
Uh-oh.
I have to do a shout out for two of your previous players. Speaking of which, that old offense, Tanner Southard and Brady Southard. They're
the Southards, yeah.
They're at my house.
They used to be my neighbors.
Painting.
They were like right.
Yeah, they're painting the outside of the house. But as typical Glacier Peak people, or I would say on the hill people, they left today at about 3:30, and they will be back on Monday.
Well, it's happy hour. I don't blame them.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see a problem with that.
That's kind of the millennial way now.
Hey, now they're not.
They're generation. What are they?
They're the tween. They're tweener Generation Z. Gen
I
Z.
can't keep track of them. They're all kind of the same.
I'll get you a chart for your birthday. Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle, Steve Hannon. That was Todd Elvig, our executive producer, technical director, and 5-tool player.
Southern, they were great athletes. See, don't forget Seaver too.
Oh, that's right.
They were good. They were all good athletes.
Broadway Brady.
Yeah.
Come on now. We're in the fourth quarter, gentlemen. 41-20. Camas again, I talk about Lincoln, then they have to play Kelso. Then they come back to playing Kamiak, North Creek, and then they hit the division. I mean, Union is tough.
They got a schedule ahead.
Yeah, they got a heck of a challenging schedule here as 3rd and 11 here. Big play. Antler getting pressured. Looking for somewhere to go. Gets it off. Oh. Gets back Williams. And Healy gets it.
Was that stripped or was he throwing it back?
No, I think it was stripped.
Wow. That could have been disastrous.
Could have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
And Swanson there stripping the ball.
Good play by number 4.
Healy.
He's been all over the
place.
Coach
Dylan Healy?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
He was our number 2 safety coming in the game.
So now it sets up, I mean, I thought Williams had a chance to score there, but with the fumble and recovery, it's 4th and 4.
Oh, that brings up 4th down. Yeah, I thought he was going to score too. You got to get it here.
Bonchi there, Healy to the right, Cuellar and Williams to the left. Entler now looking over. Now they'll switch Bonchi.
Now they got to call it.
Did they?
Well, this is probably a good timeout.
They did not.
They didn't get the timeout?
They didn't get it in time. It's delay of game.
Ouch. You sure?
So now there's a timeout. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong a lot. 10:59. Let's take a quick break. You're watching STSPN Friday Night Lights, presented by Les Schwab Tire.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
Watch the end zone pass on this one.
All right, Ronnie. Back to pass. Lucas. Now he's got all kinds of trouble. He's going to have to eat it. 4th and 10, and there once again, guess who? Number 14.
I think on 4th down, you got to get rid of that ball because you're going to turn it over anyway. I think you got to get it up in the air.
Bo Harlan, excuse me. I said Healy. Harlan, number 14, who's been all over the place. So he'll turn it over on downs here. And remember, right after the conclusion of this game, we'll have our Adrenaline Fundraiser Player of the Game, along with our Les Schwab Tire Lineman of the Game. We've got a lot of the games.
We got some work to do.
We do.
And there's a shirt for parent of the Player of the Game.
Are they vote on commentator of the game?
Oh, they should be.
They might be. Davidson's still in the ball game, flicks it over. And this time it's caught by number 13, and he'll get another Papermaker first down, and that's Zuko Lopez, the 5'11 sophomore.
And again, next week, the Papermakers and the AIDS.
I love it. I'm here for it all day long. Nothing better than a great mascot. They were. I don't know, you have the score machine.
Oh, and they pulled a Aaron Rodgers there. Threw him off sides.
We all love Aaron Rodgers.
No, we don't.
We do now, apparently.
No, we don't.
Nobody liked him until a few weeks ago. Now he's got his own TV show.
Don't tell me you flipped him.
No, I didn't flip. I held my ground.
It's all calculated, ladies and gentlemen. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Of course it was.
And I will get back to football here. This handoff. New guy gets the ball, and he knows what to do with it.
Geez,
my, rumbling, stumbling, all the way down, Alex Rosa, the 5'10 sophomore.
Where's he been tonight?
Good, my, wow.
Fresh legs.
Wow. Look at this. He's allergic to gravity.
He's got a reservation for one. We're going to throw them all out. At 41-20, you got a lot coming. There it is, another Swanson. Oh, my God. As far as Adrenaline Fundraiser Player of the Game, guys. Well, it's just going to get hard to choose.
I don't think it's that hard.
Okay.
Well, you got to think about the linemen of it now. Offense and defense. No, just one.
Whistles now.
That would have
galore.
been something saved a touchdown, though.
GP timeout.
Yeah, as McGee had another one. Had his second TD of the night.
That was a clutch timeout right there.
That was. That was a TD saving timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll get back, gather our thoughts. So talk to the writers, see if they have any other jokes. STSBN, presented by Les Schwab.
The future is threatened by enemies often unrelenting,
Marines, get these people out of here.
It's gonna be all right.
unexpected, and unpredictable.
Stay alert, Marines.
In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical.
Enemy drone down.
Because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater.
Sending coordinates now.
When there are battles.
Davidson, he gets it out to the number 15. Darling with a good tackle there. Again, Alex Rosa getting some PT right now.
Attacking that short side, just that little stretch, that outside zone run. It's been really effective for them today.
And right now, if you're the Papermakers, you're fine with just chewing clock right now. And, hey, you get 2, 3, 4 yards. No big deal. Clock's running.
Davidson throws it one more time. This time he slips a little bit, but he'll get up to around the 6-yard line. Just short of the first down.
So inside zone, everybody's zoning left, and just find your little crease. You stick your helmet in there and just drive forward. It's a tough play to stop.
He stays in the ball game. Up to the left. Any jump there, but I don't see it.
They got back in time.
Now the Papermakers looking over it now.
Now, I think somebody's taking a timeout here.
Discussion. Ronnie, you know anything going on down there?
It looked like it should have been offside. Oh, they're calling a false start. Wow, GP gets away with one there.
Wide receiver on this end might have just jilted a little bit. It was this official that threw the flag, so that's his call.
Glacier Peak, gentlemen, they head up north and they play Ferndale. Last year, they played Ferndale at Lumen Stadium, a big deal for the kids. And
they came up with a victory.
Yes, they did.
Now they got to go on the road.
And they're going to open up a new stadium for Ferndale, the Eagles up there, next week. Davidson now is going to throw it. Pass it. It's caught at the 5. Did he get in? Yes, they do. Touchdown, Papermakers. And this time, it's number 43, it looks like, Nico Spear.
Oh, and he's been all over the place tonight, too. Offense and defense.
They got a lot of two-way players that are just outstanding.
That's game's kind of running away from Glacier Peak here.
47-20. As Keegan's up for the extra try. Far the hold. Good snap. The kick is up. It's low, but it is good. 48-20 with 8:32 left. Don't go away. We have Ron the Wedge Henthorn, and that you just never know what's going to happen when Ron the Wedge Henthorn goes out for an interview. More coming up. STSBN's Friday Night Lights presented by Les Schwab Tire.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Back here, Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle, Steve Hand, and Ron the Wedge Henthorn with you. And, well, Camas has had such success over the years, gentlemen. I mean, they have gone to the playoffs so many times, state titles, and well, they are as advertised.
They are a powerhouse, without a doubt.
Bringing it up for Glacier Peak, number 16, Braden Scafford, the junior. And
late flight. That might be against Camas for some extracurricular. So right now, Steve was down by 4 touchdowns. I think Glacier Peak. The game's probably out of hand at this point with only 8 minutes left. But now do you just work on things and? I mean, what's the mindset here?
Yeah, I think now you're looking to the future.
Yeah,
so let's get mentally tough. Okay, we realize what's going on in this game. We're going to put that aside, and we're going to execute these plays, and we're going to feel good about ourselves if we get out of here.
Exactly. Work on some things, get some tweaks out, maybe run a couple things you don't normally run.
Yeah, you want to find things in this game to show the kids. Saturday or Monday, whenever you meet with them, show them the film, that we can do some really good things against a good football team.
Glacier Peak going to try and put some good stuff together, as you were talking about, Coach. Entler rolling to his right, looking. Now he just tried to dump it in traffic to Bonchi, broken up.
Dangerous little play.
By Holly again. Boy, that guy, speaking of the Hollies, there they are. They're the Hollies. I don't know if
they need to get a headset on.
Alex Holly. But talk about some GHSL scores, guys. Kelso up 41-13 over Capital right now. Again, Bellevue over Lake Stevens in the third quarter, 28-14.
Well, Lake Stevens is making a game out of that.
Yeah. We'll try and get you some other scores here. Columbia River playing Skyview. Skyview's always tough. 21-0 in second quarter. Skyview over Columbia River. Appreciate you guys. Here's Entler. Hands off to Bonchi. Bonchi gets through the line and gets hit hard. And that's Rosa, 15. We just saw him with some good runs. There's Swanson in there. And, of course, number 14, Bo Harlan.
All over the place.
Boy, is he a player.
They got a bunch of players, though.
I was thinking about tomorrow's another fun college game is the Colorado-Nebraska game where you have Matt Rule. There you go.
There you have Matt Rule.
There I tied it in. See?
We also have Alabama and Texas.
Yes, you do. Entler loses it, and he has to fall on it. Oh, boy.
Slipped right out of his hands.
Insult to injury there. It's a gorgeous 70-degree day. If I had to sit in traffic, it was a beautiful day to do it. But
we did.
It's a cool night. And Entler has to come off now, and they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, this Camas team has been really impressive tonight. And we knew last year when we went down, they were sophomores and juniors. And they played us really tough.
That was a close game.
It was a great game. And now those sophomores and juniors and seniors and they look every bit.
Oh, that's a short punt.
Chetsky puts it off, and that's going out of bounds.
That's going to be a really, I think that is about a 5-yarder.
Skyline over Prosser, it says, in the first quarter. I don't know if that's correct. Maybe it was a late start, 14-0. North Kitsap 14, Tumwater 28 in the fourth quarter.
Tumwater's always good, man.
Monroe putting it on short press, 41-6 in the third quarter. Sumner, 27, Curtis 31. That's a big game down there.
SPSL.
Yeah, Graham Kapowson, another powerhouse over Puyallup, 28-7 in the third quarter.
He's like over Mount Tahoma, but only by 7.
Oh,
Wow.
Mount Tahoma. Wow.
Man.
We got a new quarterback for the.
We do. Ron, that is Grady Milholland, 6'5" senior, and he's going to let her rip. Almost.
Oh,
that was
a heck of a throw. Trying to go
across the field, too.
Preston Baker, let's see another look at that.
That was on the money.
Yeah, signs of things to come for Camas. They got another good quarterback.
Grady Milholland, a 6'5" senior.
Probably a smart move by Camas to pull the quarterback when you're up 28 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I like that move.
It's not an Oregon move.
No.
He fakes it to Brody. Tries to get it over to the corner. Just a little too much sauce on that one.
No, Oregon hung 81 points on Portland State last night.
I mean, defend that. Someone try to defend it.
I think the only way you could defend that is you could say, well, the third stringers were in and you can't tell them not to score or something like that. But I don't like to see 81 points get hung on a Portland State. I think that's a little crazy.
Should be playing that.
No, you shouldn't.
Hey, the mighty Vikings from Portland State, they got a nice chest. Don't worry about them. Here's Brody. Tight down. He gets hog-tied and down by Isaiah Cuellar.
Cuellar means business.
Oh, is that Perman? Is that 8 or 9?
I think it was 9.
We'll see.
8.
It was 8?
Good call.
Good job.
Read that really well.
My apologies to the Perman family. Brad Perman, nice job.
Good tackle.
I got you.
Eagle Eye Hannon. Good Lord.
Hannon just had LASIK surgery this morning.
Did he?
Yeah.
If he'd had some ties in his pocket, he could have tied up his legs. Then he drew him down.
That's right, Ronnie. Milholland back. Little screen. Brody. Titan finally cut down, but gets inside the 20.
You kind of saw
Cuellar.
when the linemen are rushing like that. You're like, okay, somebody's going to be open here in the middle. Kind of like you said earlier today.
Mr. Hannon, it's been a joy having you here today, even though you were late. We'll mark that off on your demerits.
Call it tardy.
You guys are so good to me.
Brody.
Tight.
He's tackled in. No, they're going to put him down at the 1-yard line.
Wow, that was. I think I would throw the red flag on that one.
Braden Stafford.
That ball got over.
Tackled him for Glacier Peak, but a great run by number 2, Titan Brody.
That's a full yard they got him back.
Yeah. That's a home field mark there.
Where's our pylon cam?
Let's goal line stand this thing. Let's go.
There's the pylon. Wow.
There it is. Big number.
We need
7.
that for the replay.
Here's Brody. Easy peasy.
Unmolested.
Touchdown, Papermaker.
Nobody even came near him.
I tell you, he doesn't want Harlan to get a T-shirt, maybe. And Brody with a big 1 yard. He's having a big night. Everybody.
Look at that tackle there.
Yeah, that was Perman. A while
inmates
ago.
are running the asylum.
And now we're going to see here it is again. Brad Perman, here's the extra point. Keegan is up, and it is good. It makes it 55 to 20 with 4:50 left. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll get back. And don't worry, we got Adrenaline Fundraiser, player of the game, Les Schwab lineman of the game. More coming up right after this on SCSVN. The wedge.
Nobody doesn't like the wedge.
Nobody. Don't even try. It's really amazing. It's their 13th year or something. Everybody, you've been down the sidelines. The kids love them. The coaches tolerate them.
We're always looking over our shoulders. The wedge coming up here. What's my safe over here?
He's looking at my notes.
But I tell you,
He would totally.
He's sticking that microphone in you.
Oh, yeah. Nobody does it like the wedge.
Nobody's safe.
And he's the celebrity.
I know.
He gets invited to places we don't.
He gets invited to people's weddings.
Yeah.
Whatnot.
Here's Cuellar going to take it up. He's crunched down at the 33-yard line.
Well, down by 35, you just got to play some plays and see what happens. I don't know what else to say here.
No, and what's coming up next week on STSBN, as I look to my right here in the booth, as you look at the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, it will be Snohomish. This is also the home of the Snohomish Panthers here on their campus, Veterans Memorial Stadium. Both Glacier Peak and Snohomish share this stadium.
They're playing Mount Lake Terrace tonight, right? Do you have a score on
I
that
didn't
one?
see a score on that one.
We haven't heard anything.
Everybody picked Terrace for that. I don't think it's Snohomish is going to win that.
Entler there, Bonchi, trying to get dragged down by the jersey.
Trying to pull an Earl Campbell on.
They will, yes.
All of a sudden, that jersey's going to start ripping to pieces.
Oh, we've got a injured player. My goodness, hope he's okay.
He's getting up quick, though. I think he's going to be all right.
And they can't have him hurt. That's Titan Brody.
Snohomish Sharkcrest next week.
Hey, he looks a little woozy.
Snohomish playing Shorecrest next week, as you heard from the Wedge. Who knows everything? And there's Brody. You cannot have that kid hurt. He means too much.
He was kind of wobbly, too, but now he's running on his own forward, so he doesn't even want to come out of the game.
Huh. You guys had soccer during the week. Jenna McLean did a great job, by the way. Fantastic.
I heard that.
I don't know, Ron. She might be working for your job.
She can have it.
Etler here, 2nd and 5. Crocker. And he scoots forward, trying to give. That's a Walter Payton.
That's a Walter Payton move.
Nice job
Reach that
by
ball
Francis.
If the audience doesn't know what we're talking about, Walter Payton once said in an interview that he feels like he got several hundred extra yards by just reaching it forward like a yard. They'd give him an extra half yard. And he just did that his whole career. And he was just the master at it.
You are sweetness. 3rd and 1. Glacier Peak. Crocker. He's met hard. Campus, but he will stretch to get a first down. Nice job by
He needed
Francis.
to go north about like 3 feet.
He did. The compass
Not east and west.
The compass was working.
North. I like it.
His GPS came in handy today, boy.
Maybe he's the compass. The compass might be his nickname.
Oh, hey now.
What's his first name?
Do I still get credit?
Yeah. Well, maybe, but you didn't close Francis the Compass Crocker.
I mean, you just can't write that.
Hey, here's a name that you guys remember, Nick Hensley.
Oh, yeah, Nick Hensley.
He's watching from Dutch Harbor.
Wow, hello, Nick Hensley.
Speaking of lineman of the night.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Wasn't he coaching?
He was the offensive line coach.
Speaking of the compass, he gets the ball, and this time,
the compass, I love it. North, south, all the way.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
For crying in the night. What have you gotten yourself into, Mr. Hannon?
Oh.
More stuff coming up here. STSBN. Check us on all of our social channels. YouTube, if you haven't subscribed, please do. We had a barn burner last week, Glacier Peak, Snohomish. Came down to the wire.
It didn't feel like it was going to. Then all of a sudden it exploded.
Yeah.
That onside kick was legit. You don't see that very often.
No.
You don't even see people try it.
2nd and 10. Lucas gets it to Crocker. The compass breaks one.
North, south for a first down.
Down into Papermaker territory.
He was looking for true north.
His ways was on.
His last name's Crocker. You can't come up with something better.
The compass. What are you talking about?
You know, he could be the chef.
Betty, like you don't want to call him Betty Crocker or something.
Mount Lake Terrace.
He runs north.
This just said Mount Lake Terrace 21, Snohomish 7. Yeah.
What is it?
21-7, Mount Lake Terrace.
Oh.
There's the Hawks putting it
Nice.
on. They're good. Hey, they pre-season they have talked about they improved last year and they got some good kids. They have some seniors. Yeah, they are good.
Wouldn't have guessed it.
I wouldn't have either.
152 left. Stay tuned for our Adrenaline fundraiser, play of the game, and our Les Schwab Tire lineman of the game. I have interviews with Ron the Wedge Henthorn as Entler hands it again off to Crocker.
Oh, he still fights for a couple yards.
You know, he did fall north. Uh-oh, he comes up
no,
hobbled.
we don't want to see that.
Hopefully he's fine.
Just telling him to take it easy.
That's what he's doing.
Officials to stop.
Well, ask Cannon if he remembers an Oak Harbor game where Glacier Peak was running away from.
Oh, I remember that one.
They came back and scored, 3 touchdowns in about
Yeah, but they had
2
that.
minutes?
They had that little running back that was like, was it Genove? What was his name?
And that was right here on this.
Yeah, it was right here. They had just a squirmy little running back that was really good. I'm trying to think what his name was.
But there was also some mistakes there, too. You guys something, and you threw an interception.
There was a lot of they
Rory kept going for it on fourth.
Oh, no!
Got it back.
They got it back?
That's Kai Brooks in running the ball, the 6-foot sophomore getting a touch. And
Gosh, that running back's name is slipping me, but it's like Genovi or something.
oh,
like
yeah,
that.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And he gets it right back, the young man. Good for him.
Third four.
Okay, who's your Adrenaline fundraiser player of the game tonight?
Who's our gentleman with 3 touchdowns?
Number 14, Bo Harlan.
Bo Harlan is, you got to give it to him. And he was on defense all over the place, making big tackles.
Who's the other guy? Hurry up.
And number 40, Alex Holly is our Les Schwab lineman of the night.
14 and 40.
14 and 40.
14 and 40.
I got it.
And that's going to do it. The Papermakers from Camas, they drive all the way up north, taking on the Wesco 4A Glacier Peak Grizzlies, and they put it on a 55-20. And we'll take a quick break as you see the handshake line with our Adrenaline fundraiser play of the game coming up next right here on STSPN.
It's always fun to see Coach Shilling.
We're back here. We're trying to get
He's got him.
our Adrenaline.
I thought.
Oh, we got the fight.
No, that was Swanson there. Number 40 is our Adrenaline fundraiser. Excuse me,
there's
number 40 is our Les Schwab
14.
lineman of the game. And he's going to have to walk over there.
Ron's not afraid to just bust right into their huddle.
No.
Grab people.
Oh, yeah, he's wandering over there.
Never met Jack Hathaway. Camera's over there. Everything's over there. Appreciate you standing by here. 55-20. The final here. We'll try and get our STSPN. There we go.
Oh, they're all. Look at how excited they are for him. That's great.
14. And Ron's quieting the choir. We're on you, Ronnie. Here's 14. 3 touchdowns. Bo Harlan.
Alex. Hurry up. Alex, Ron Henthorn down here with the Camas happy players of the game here. We got Bo Harlan here. Bo, tell me about this game tonight.
We knew coming into it would be a battle. We prepped hard all week. Coming off that loss from Yelm, it was tough, but we worked our asses off all week. Worked hard. We knew this was going to be a battle. We showed out. Defense was rough just going into it, but we made some adjustments. We played good.
How about halftime? Were you a little concerned at halftime you might not get there?
No, we have full confidence in ourselves. Which means Kilty's a great defensive coordinator. He made those adjustments. We got it dialed in. It's all good.
That's good. Well, you're our adrenaline fun player of the game. Let me get this thing off.
This is cold.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Got the shirt up.
That's all right. Bo Harlan, 3 touchdowns tonight, plus a ton of tackles on defense as well. And there he's our adrenaline fundraiser.
Okay, hold that up in front
Player
of
of
you
the
there.
game. Look at there it is. Yeah, baby.
Player of the game. I got one more shot for you here.
Let's go to Alex Holly. Tried to trick me up and wear a different jersey, but I got you, Alex.
It's like Christmas time.
Schwab, lineman of the night.
Hang on. Guess who you're going to give this one to?
That one's never been Les Schwab. Oh, that's the proud parent athlete of the night. Goes to Mr. Harlan.
This was awesome. I mean, awesome game. We live for games like this. We're going to work hard all season. Come for that state title, baby. Let's go.
You know, you got to say hi to down at Camas?
What?
Anybody want to say hi to down at Camas?
Grandma, Papa, Dad's here, Mom's here. Thank you so much for supporting me, following my dreams, sending me to camp, stuff like that. Thank you for the family.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right.
Good. Let me grab one more shirt over
Yeah,
here.
we need our Les Schwab lineman of the night, number 40. There we are.
Yeah, you played offense and defense. That's good defense.
Hey, thank you.
Tony, how you thought about the game out too?
Man, I had a fun time. I had a great time. I love my team, and I love my coaches. I love my coaches. I love all of them.
How about this guy standing next to you? You love him too?
I love Nico. I love Bo. I love everyone.
How about we hold this shirt up in front of you? This is our
Les Schwab, lineman of the night.
Lineman of the night. How about anybody down at Camas you want to say hi to?
No. I don't know right now. No, I can't really think.
What?
I'm having a great time. I'm speechless.
You got a girlfriend down there?
I don't. But my mom and my dad, I love both of you a lot.
Well, the girls are going to be looking for you. What?
All glory to God. Shout out to WMD coach. Shout out to Kelty. Hey, Coach Kelty! Let's go. All right.
All right, great, happy bunch of Camas players on here tonight. Todd, Scott, Tim.
All right, thank you, Ron Henthorn, the Wedge. There's nobody interviews like he does.
Let's see if I can get the coach over here.
The Camas Papermakers, excuse me. What a pleasure to watch this team play football. Absolute pleasures. Ron Henthorn trying to get Jack Hathaway, the head coach.
Josh.
Can I address the team real quick, or you guys?
Just give me 1 minute.
Okay, good.
Tell the boys upstairs what you thought about the game tonight.
You know, I think we responded. You know, there's some things that we got to work on from week to week, and we got better at those things. And there's going to be things that we learned from this game that we need to get better at for next week. So, you know, this team's I love coaching them, and they respond, and they're really well coached in that aspect by all of our assistant coaches. And you know, I appreciate them, all the hard work. Yeah.
A lot happier than you were last week, right?
Yeah, you know, it's good to be on this end of things, but you know, the work's not done, and our season is just beginning, and this journey, you know, keeps building every week to week. So,
good luck to you, Coach. I'll let you talk to your players here tonight, and good luck again next week.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, Scott, back to you up there in the booth. That's going to try to do it here for Camas tonight, and me down here on the field. We'll see you at the bar.
All right, for Todd Elvig, thank you so much. 55-20, I think, was our final. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, for everybody in the truck, everybody here at STSBN, Josh Martin on camera, Todd Elvig, executive producer, Steve Hannon, Hollywood coach Hannon in the booth.
Love being here.
All right. Timothy B. Boyle, great to see you. Scott Ohsman saying, so long, STSBN Friday Night Lights. Good night, everybody.
Good night.